So if we want to build our business as big as possible, we want to be able to spread our message as far and wide as possible. And we all know people who live a long way away. And also, ultimately, we're going to start running out of people that we know, and we're going to be talking to people who we know less well. So how do we handle combi shows with these people? It's a question I often get asked. If I know people a long way away, what do I do about the trial pack? Is a question, typical question. Well, if we draw a line, and we've got people who live close by, and we've got people who live far away. Maybe these people are in your house or your next door neighbours, and these people are on the other side of the world. Somewhere along that line, everybody in the world fits in, because they are somewhere physically between your house and the other side of the world. Similarly, if we draw a line here, and this represents a relationship we have with people. We've got people that we are very close to, and we've also got people who we don't know at all. So these are people, distant people. And from a marketing point of view, this creates 4 categories of people. So these people, these are the people that we know very well in the relationship terms and who are close by, we're going to do a combi show with. That is, we're going to sit down with them, show them the DVD, and we're going to leave them with a trial pack for 2 or 3 days. What about the people who we know well but who live a long way away? Well, we are going to give them a call, have a chat with them, and we're either going to post the DVD to them, because obviously we can't just pop round, and if you're going to wait until you see them, you're going to be waiting a year and your business is never going to get off the ground. So we need to act now, and we'll use the post to get the DVD to them, your future DVD. Or we're going to give them a link to your website, because your website has got that Your Future DVD on it. And so they can watch it either via their TV with a DVD or via their computer via the internet. Which are you going to do? Well, it depends whether they use the internet regularly. If they use the internet, give them the website link. If they don't, send them a DVD. It's really quite straightforward. What about the trial pack? You don't really need to send a trial pack if it's a long way away. The fact is that the trial pack's there to develop your consumers. You do need consumers, obviously, because you need to be doing your 4K credits. All of us need to be doing some retail business. We need to be generating our own personal consumers. We need to have our own personal consumer group. But once you've got your own personal consumer group, you don't have to have consumers all over the world. It's better, in fact, to have your consumers close by, and then you expand your business by having distributors all around the place. So what about people who we live close by, perhaps, but who we don't know very well at all? Because for example, you might have run an advert, a small advert in a local shop or in a local paper. You might have done some drop cards, done some flyers, something like that, generated some responses. These are people that live close by but we don't know very well. Well, we're going to do a combi show with them as well, because we can pop around, but you know, it might not feel appropriate or comfortable to sit with them and watch the DVD with them. So I would just leave the DVD with them, leave it with them overnight, arrange to pop back tomorrow. The important thing is you pop round and you have a chat with them. And so they start to see that you're a real human being, and it starts to build a rapport. We continue the forming conversation we had on the phone. And I'd pick the DVD up. I wouldn't leave a DVD and a trial pack together with this person. I'd leave the DVD and then I'd go and pick the DVD up, and if they expressed an interest in finding out more, I'd leave a trial pack with them, because I'd be inviting them to a business presentation, and in the meantime they can have the trial pack to try some products. I wouldn't leave the two together because I want to find out if there's any level of interest before I lend them my trial pack and let them start using my product, frankly. And then this category here, these are people who live a long, long way away and who you don't know very well at all. These might be people who you've met through somebody else, or maybe you've met on holiday briefly, or maybe you've met on Facebook or something like that. These people I would only give the website to. All of these people are going to be watching the Your Future film, whether it's via the website or on a DVD, because that's the main way we're going to deliver our message. We're just going to use a different technology and a slightly different technique depending on where they fit in this quadrant, which of these quadrants they fit into. With all of these quadrants though, I would be having a forming conversation first. I definitely would not just put a DVD in the post without speaking to somebody, because it's unlikely anybody would look at it. And they have to look at the DVD for it to be effective. So I would always have a forming conversation first. The better the forming conversation you have, the more likely they are to feel that the information you're giving them via the DVD or the website is going to be relevant to them. The more they feel it's relevant to them, the more interested they are in watching it, the sooner they'll watch it, and the more interested they'll be while they're watching it. And if they watch it with an open mind and they are interested and they watch it all the way through without distractions, then it'll work very well. But it'll work well because it's a good tool, but most importantly because you had a good forming conversation before you gave them the information and they feel there might be something in it for them. So this is the relationship you have with somebody, and this is the geography, how near or far they are.